You are a strong person. Yes, you can do it all. You thought that they had you stuck, but you're back against the wall. You are a strong person. So baby, keep moving on. Don't let nobody stop your hustle. But both your plans are just stand tall. You won't stand alone.
Hey, what's good, y'all? Thank you for joining me for another video here on LAVIProgram. On this channel, we're manifesting realities, one change at a time. For those of you that are new, my name is Lavender. I'm your virtual life coach. And those of you that are returning, again, I appreciate your returning for joining me for another one. All right, so we're going to see what's going on for your upcoming week. Let this message find you whenever it needs to find you. And if you all need to know anything regarding LAVIProgram, you can look in my description box or in my bio. You will find my link for my Linktree, and that will have everything LAVIProgram. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get into it. Spirits, ancestors, universe, divine, ask for clear and precise messages for my collective. What does the collective need to know for this week? What's the collective message for this week? What's the collective message for this week? I hope everybody doing all right. If not, just remember this too shall pass. Nothing lasts forever. All right, let's get into it. Let's see. Let's get 3 gemstones for the week. 3 gemstones for the week. First gemstone, we got growth. Okay. Growth. And the day came. Oh, sorry, I was too far away. I can't read that. And the day came when the risk to remain tight in the bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. Okay. So some of you might be spreading your wings, allowing yourself to flourish this week. Let's go ahead and take this one. Secondly, we got change. Be the change that you wish to see in the world. All right. Let's get one more for the collective for the week. Let's get one more for the collective. We got Zen. Walk as if you are kissing the earth with your feet. Bottom of the deck, we have greed. Our eyes are bigger than our stomachs in that we have more curiosity than understanding. We grasp at everything, but catch nothing except wind. All right. So maybe for some of you, this could be you all coming into a new level of energy for yourself. Perhaps some of you may have been greedy regarding something. And now there's time for growth and change this week so that you can better balance your zen, your energy. Also connecting more maybe with earth, with nature. For some of you that might resonate. But it looks like there is going to be some positive change here in terms of some type of growth. And again, this could definitely be dealing with some type of greed that might have taken place, whether towards you or you yourself. Yes, there's truth underneath that, y'all. But better to get hurt by the truth than comforted with a lie. So maybe you're being honest with yourself about something you were being greedy about, or maybe something you were having too much of. Maybe an indulgence, an unhealthy indulgence in. All right, let's see what else we got for you. What else do we have for the collective this week? All right. What else do we have for the collective this week? Let's get into it. So first we have unseen justice. Invisible forces of fairness play around you. Align your actions with integrity to harness their power. Fairness flows through the unseen. Okay. See what else we got for you. Okay, so the second one we have Reign begins. Be the master of your destiny, career, and finances. You have the power to dominate. Third, we have Dice of Destiny. The dice roll freely, but control over destiny remains in your daily choices. Shape your future with intent, not chance. So again, I'm still getting y'all that it's something dealing with greed that was once there. But instead now you're getting some type of new level of reign, some new type of like control over what it is. It's like you've had this aha moment of it's up to me on how things flow. So I don't know if this week this is what's happening. Changing this around. Yeah, you're getting more wisdom with yourself. Wisdom cube. It says soon to face a choice, regard it as solving a multifaceted cube. Explore from all angles to unveil the right path. Truth at a turn. We got truth twice. And then bottom of the deck, we have core grasp. Amidst the flood of information, learn to filter and grasp essential truths, again, truth, y'all, without being swayed by external noise. Filter the noise. Okay. So you're about to get some type of unseen justice. And I think this is more so justice that you're providing to yourself. Reminding yourself that it's time to take back, the reins of your life, the dice of destiny, how you're moving forward, but doing so more wisely. Being able to cut out any noise and allowing yourself to just be you so that you can transition from maybe you had this, poverty, or lack type mindset. And this might have been what was pushing you to be greedy. Perhaps there is some type of justice that could be coming in this week that allows you to take back the reins of your life and continue to pursue your destiny through further knowledge and understanding of who you are. But again, this could just be as well, things where there was a moment in which things too much was being indulged on. And you might have been acquiring way too much, kind of like a hoarder would. And perhaps now you're seeing that maybe that the origin of where that comes from or the impact that that can have on you as well as those connected to you and what you're trying to do moving forward. And this could be a shift in like an awakening almost, some type of new way of thinking about something, of seeing it differently, being able to kind of be real with yourself. Again, truth. We done seen truth 3 times throughout this read. You know what I'm saying? So perhaps there's some type of, truth that you are coming into for yourself. All right, let's do this way. We're gonna take this last one. Yeah, underneath that it had two-faced. So maybe you just been two-faced to yourself. Maybe even trying to be something that you weren't. Again, take this as it resonates for you. But these are some of the stories that I'm getting, the backgrounds that I'm getting as I'm looking at these cards. Let me slide this way. Trying to keep everything in frame. All right. Let's see. What do we need to know about the unseen justice? What's unseen justice? What's unseen justice? Get some clarity. What's unseen justice? So thinking, missing you, craving, desiring. So this could be you, maybe missing yourself, learning to be honest, truthful to yourself, acknowledging that perhaps there are some things that you may be doing to interfere with you and how you're doing things. Then we have craving. Perhaps there's something more that you want for yourself, something more that you're desiring. And perhaps at one point you had this accumulation kind of mindset where you were just accumulating things. And now you're realizing that, the buck starts and stops with you. What else we got for unseen justice? Open heart, receptive, empathy, vulnerable. Bottom of the deck, divine feminine. So this could be, you could be a woman who now is, willing to be vulnerable, be open with yourself, missing you, who you were. Now, if you are not the divine feminine, this is a divine feminine in your life. Perhaps there was something that you could have been being greedy about, and now there's something that you want to shift, something that you want to make more positive. Yeah, family. Fertility, parenthood, pregnancy. It could be dealing with making sure that you are on top of your family. Past life, or was there somebody coming in and shake up your family? Again, take it as it resonates, but there's something that you're not being greedy about. It's kind of giving like, I wanted more than one family, like have my cake and eat it too. Now, I don't know if this goes for all of you, but again, take it as it resonates. But that could be something you all are shifting this week. What's rain begins? Rain begins. Longing, craving, aching, wanting. So we got craving again. There's something somebody is really longing for, and they're thinking about it hard. You're thinking about it really, really hard when it comes to this thing that you want. And now it looks like, you're wanting to master your destiny. And it's crazy where it says master of your destiny, and then here we got dice of destiny. Let's get one more for rain begins. Yeah, distracted, sidetracked, change, delays. This might have been why you weren't able to take over, or perhaps you got to a point where you stepped outside of who you really know yourself to be, and now you're changing that mindset. You're not allowing yourself to be distracted anymore this week, because you're craving what you really desire for yourself. Bottom of the deck, rejection, abandon, dismiss, irrational fear. You could have had some type of irrational fear with this, or you could have felt like life was rejecting you, or everything you put your hand on was rejecting you, like closed doors. But instead, you're ready to allow yourself to keep on knocking on them doors, not allowing yourself to be stopped, taking the steps that are necessary to have that growth and that change and have a more positive zen, a more energy, balanced energy around yourself. And it's good for some of you, like I said, be dealing with a soulmate. Maybe that was your divine feminine, or you are that divine feminine. And there's something that you're willing to be more vulnerable about with yourself, opening up to yourself about that maybe needs to shift. Yeah, commitment. See, that go back to that having your cake and eat it too concept that I talked about earlier. What's dice of destiny? Dice of destiny. Abandoned, left out, walked away, cold. Let's get one more. Bluff, pretending, mask, exaggeration. Okay, so there's something you felt abandoned about, or either something that you have abandoned, where you felt left out in the cold, or you left something or someone out in the cold and you pretended like it was okay. You were bluffing as if it was okay. You made things souped up to be as if they were better, than what they really were. But it's like now, you know what I'm saying? I'm opening up to myself and being honest with myself now because I was distracted before. And now I am going to pursue the destiny that I know I want to pursue. Yeah, because I made a mistake. Misunderstood, victim lost. So I made a mistake. Just like you being, again, truth. You being truthful with yourself. I made a mistake. This wasn't the way it needed to go, but I also have the power to do what it is I need to do. Again, you have the power to dominate. What's wisdom cube? Let's see, what we got for wisdom cube? Karma. Perhaps karma might have kicked some of y'all butts, or in some way, positive karma could have came through and highlighted some things for you. Again, still a lesson within itself. And now it's gaining some wisdom. You've been able to see the truth, hoping, expecting, faith, manifesting. Okay, so let me slide this over y'all real quick. So with Wisdom Cube, something occurred. Some type of lesson was taught with this. And now, because of this shift, there's going to be new faith, new manifesting, new expectation because you've learned something. Yeah, you being true to yourself, making confessions, unveiling, coming clean messages because you're not putting on this false persona. Because remember, we've seen Two-Faced in the other one. Perhaps there's not this false persona now because you're making a confession to yourself, that now you're going to be able to do what is actually necessary moving forward. Yeah, you're releasing things, releasing, let it go, moving on, walking away. You're being real with yourself, truth, and you're releasing what no longer serves, whether it's a person, place, thing, whatever kind of noun you can come up with. All right, let's see. What's core grasp? With core grasp, remember you're filtering the noise out. Again, you being true to you, your core, your origin, your blueprint, your original architectural construct. Mistakes. Misunderstood. Victim. Lost soul. Let's get one more. Pride. And I think, again, kind of acknowledging that, you know what? I made a mistake by letting my pride get in the way. By, now taking pride in who I really know myself to be and not wanting to make these mistakes anymore. Only you, devoted, attached, crave, doing what's best for you, being devoted to you, not for what other people want, not for what other people feel like you should be doing, but for yourself. Yeah, you're apologizing to yourself. Forgiveness, return, sorry. You're apologizing to yourself. It's like, again, learning to have self compassion again, really not just taking charge of your life, but understanding that I possess everything that I already need to do whatever it is I need to do this week. Anything that made me have this type of greedy mindset or concept of things, objectifying stuff rather than really seeing the quality, instead of focusing on the quantity, that shift is now changing. The positive shift is now coming in. All right. Sorry, y'all. Let's see. What's the outcome this week for the collective? What's the outcome this week for the collective? I'm seeing the Seven of Swords. Oh, I just said, seeing the Seven of Swords. Perhaps some of you, though, you might be holding on, too much. Again, that's that two-face, hiding and avoiding, lying and trickery, deception and cunning. This could be, that underlying energy that you're starting with. But it doesn't necessarily mean that that's where you're going to stay because, again, for the week, this seems like it's some type of shift. All right. What's the advice for the collective with this week? What's the advice? Let's see what we got. We got the Queen of Swords. Honest and fair. Like I said, yeah, just continue to be honest with yourself, even cutthroat if need be. Because you can't really lie to yourself. I know a lot of people try, but you live with yourself. You walk in your shoes, you walk in your vessel every day. So it's not so much you can lie to yourself about. You can definitely clear it up and try to put a bow on a box of shit, but at the end of the day, it's still a box of feces. Queen of Wands. So you're having this new passion now. I don't feel like these are other people. I feel like this is you all. You're being honest and fair with yourself, and you're igniting a new passion, being more determined and confident in where it is that you're going. This new version of being that you're turning into this week, or at least that you're pursuing to turn into this week. Looks like you're going to be having that self-compassion, not just with your mindset, but also with where it is that you're trying to go and what you're trying to do. We got the Two of Pentacles and we got the Five of Pentacles. So you're balancing things out now. You know, there was some, again, hardships when it came to this type of mindset. There was hardships that came with that. But, you know, you're balancing things out. You're no longer dealing with these hardships anymore this week. Now, do they all fall away? No, it's not a domino effect. However, it is progress that can occur over time. Again, we're talking about, you know, the quality of it, not the quantity. You're moving out of this mindset of greed and accumulation. You know, instead is more so I'm taking what I need along the way, and anything else that doesn't is not a necessity, isn't vital to this change. You know, I'm shifting that. I'm changing how that goes. Let's get one more. One more for the collective. All right. Page of Pentacles. Yes, you're moving toward a new opportunity. You're being goal oriented and you're being loyal and faithful. You're planning things out this week. It's like you're being serious now about it. I don't know if there was something immature about the way that you might have felt like you moved, or something that wasn't fully grown, because it's giving me like something that just is, it's like a page energy. Something that is like an infantry stage but still present. But well, clearly I just said page. So yeah, it's a page of pentacles. That would make sense. But yes, it's something in infantry stage, but at the same time, you're doing the steps that are necessary. You're doing effective goal setting and you're planning things out, not just impulsively moving about to acquire the next best thing, whatever that means for you. And look, bottom of the deck, Page of Wands. You know, this is something that you're very excited about. You know, you're allowing your creative juices to actually flow through you, allowing yourself to be, you know, fearless. And again, this is you making sure that you take accountability and responsibility for your life. If you don't like something, change it. If it's something that you want to acquire, go out there and get it. If you don't know or don't possess the tools and the skills necessary or resource to go out and get it, well, then you got to go and address that first so that you can pursue. And it feels like, again, this is you having self-compassion in yourself, remembering who you are, what you possess, and that the buck starts and stops with you. Temperance, exactly. This is what you're doing. All right, y'all. Happy shifting. Thank you for joining me on this video. Take care, y'all. Bye.